What's going on, Jerome's? So the number one topic for the Vikings this offseason right now is what's going to happen with slinging Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback. Now, it didn't end the best, but as we said before, I mean, the kid's not without talent, right? And he operated in like a 7-game stretch, full-on Linsanity run, playing like a top 5 quarterback, playing like a top 5, playing like a MVP candidate as well. And overall, there's some great parts of the season, sometimes not so much. And Kevin O'Connell, of course, at the Super Bowl, really hedging his bets, talking on both sides of his mouth. Want him back. He's great. Football journey, all this stuff. But I think it's still unlikely that Darnold returns in any capacity for the Vikings because I think that he's going to get paid either way. I think that the Vikings will have him back at a certain cash amount. I think that he's going to exceed that greatly in free agency. It is going to be J.J. McCarthy's show. So what happens with Darnold? And there's going to be no shortage of teams going after him. And one of them certainly could be appealing for the West Coast Sam Darnold, the Las Vegas Raiders. And Tom Brady knows great quarterback play. So there you go. Nailed it. Long story longer, Schefter was on NFL Countdown this morning before the Super Bowl talking about quarterback situations, and notably Sam Darnold. He said this about Sam, quote, "The Vikings have said they would like to bring Sam Darnold back, but it's not going to be cheap. The franchise tag remains an option. I think the franchise tag remains an option only in a tag and trade situation, maybe transition tag, who knows. And one team I would watch with Sam Darnold moving forward will be the Las Vegas Raiders at some point in time. They'll have some interest trying to bring Sam Darnold to Las Vegas. And frankly, I mean, we talked about Darnold in Tennessee. ESPN also speculated on that yesterday. But I think the Raiders make the most sense for all parties involved. Number one, they need a quarterback to compete in the AFC West, right? You got Mahomes and the Chiefs. You got Herbert and the Chargers. You have stupid-ass Sean Payton's Bo Nix experiment with the Broncos. And the Raiders, it ain't going to happen with Aiden O'Connell, right? It ain't going to happen bringing back Minshew, right? And Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly are in place. They want to win now. The offense will fit Darnold's skill set. I think Kelly's really good at accommodating a lot of play action, a lot of movement skills. Darnold has that. And also, just please put Sam in a situation where he gets rid of the ball quick. So I actually think that Darnold in some RPO situations would be good. I don't know, man. Offense, like I said, offense will fit Darnold's skill set. The Raiders have $92.5 million in cap space, second most in the National Football League. They do have the number 6 overall pick in the draft, so that's likely going to be out of range of the top 2 quarterbacks, Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. Like, do they roll with a QB at 6? Do they overdraft Milroe or Jackson Dart, or do they try and get one in the second round at 37? Yeah. Also, they do have some extra draft picks. So they have an extra third rounder from the Jets in the Devontae Adams trade. Plus, they have a slew of late day 3 draft picks as well. So that certainly could facilitate a tag and trade with the Vikings if the Raiders don't want to bid against anyone else. If they can hammer out an extension with Darnold's representation. And a tag and trade situation for the Vikings. I think that would make sense since the Raiders, like we said, do have that extra third-round pick and also some change. So how about Sam for number 68 as well as a couple of your 6th-round comp picks, and we'll call it a day. Huh? Raiders? Come on, man. And lastly, West Coast adjacent for Sam. I do think that Sam wouldn't mind heading back towards the West Coast. He is a Southern California kid. Las Vegas is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. So being able to play at home-ish would make some sense there. Although the Rams, if Stafford retires or is traded, I mean, that could make some sense too. But anyways, like the Raiders, I think Darnold will have a lot of success out there. I think the pressure would be low, especially since they're competing in the same division as Mahomes. But the Raiders, they have the money to pay Darnold. They have the draft capital to facilitate a tag and trade with the Vikings, so they have to bid against anyone else. And Darnold instantly would improve their quarterback situation. And Jacoby Myers and whatnot, they got draft capital. They can certainly improve this team. And I think that Pete and Chip could actually hit the ground running with Darnold in this spot. So we'll see what happens. But your thoughts are thoughts. Adam Schefter, Raiders, the team to watch for Sammy Darnold as this offseason starts rolling on in. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best thing to do. Skull production value.